Knee-jerk reactions, while not unexpected, they are still tiresome and disappointing. I get it, change is scary. At the same time though, a little trust would be much appreciated. At least experience the actual changes before guessing and going off the deep end. I am going to have sex with this female flame Atronak from Oblivion. I find the flame Atronachs in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion sexy. However, their body is made up of 87% fire, and 100% fire surrounds them. That could kill me if I tried to have sex with one. To remedy this, the flame Atronak casts a spell on me making me resistant to fire. Keep in mind, resistant is not the same as immune. I still take damage. It is either 1 point or 0 points of damage each second I am having sex with her. Just because a particular second caused 0 points of damage, does not mean that I did not feel anything, it just means I took no damage. I am not going to rush through having sex with this flame Atronak. I make sure I pleasure anything I have sex with, especially non-humans. I'd rather take damage than not pleasure the flame Atronak. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Magicka DK. The skills are extremely complex, and without a solid grasp of combat mechanics most of the skills fail to reach their optimal use. There's also Flame Lash, which is deftly woven into a skill that must be strategically used to maximize damage and healing return. The class's personal philosophy draws deep from Rebellion literature, for instance. The mains understand this stuff, they have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of this class, to realize that they're not just simple tanks, they say something deep about skill. As a consequence, people who dislike Magicka DK truly are idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the power of talons in the class's underpowered skill line Draconic Power, which itself is a cryptic reference to the lore behind the class, as they have the blood of a dragon. I'm smirking right now just imagining one of those addlepated simpletons scratching their heads in confusion as Robal's genius unfolds itself on their computer monitor. What fools, how I pity them. Joy. And yes, by the way, I do have a Magicka DK tattoo. And no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only, and even they have to demonstrate that they're within 5 AP ranks of my own, preferably lower, beforehand. Bitch, everyone knows you're trash. Want to make a YouTube about me? Let's go. Nah, don't hide. I'm recording. Where? You're such a streaming pussy, let's go. I'm streaming, let's see how good you are. They don't teach balls in Canada? I never seen the appeal to AC games. But then again, I'm not a dickless, spineless, 300 testosterone, 5 feet 3 inches, subpar muscle mass, overweight, receding hairline having, neckbeard having, anime pillow having, hentai subscription having, Gilbert IRL name having, gay assassin RP weebu homosexual with subpar social skill that I want to imitate. Some beta cuck assassin where I'm too scared to look my enemies in the eye and give them an honorable fight. I'd rather play a large penis having games such as Elden Ring where I can use a sword twice the size of my character. Teabagging is disgusting behavior and you're a horrible person who deserves punishment if you've ever partaken. The implications of the action literally describes a sociopath's behaviors. The fact that people think it's funny to rub the genital area on someone's face after murdering them goes to show how antisocial 90% of Destiny community is. I can't even finish a Crucible match without being teabagged by at least half the enemy team, who I surmise are either 10 years old and just discovering the pubic region, or are likely neckbeards with zero social skills who find it acceptable and or necessary to insult, degrade, and grief people after killing them. Name a single time or place when spamming the crouch button more than 3 or 4 times in under 5 seconds is ever required. I would personally auto-kick and temp ban people who click the crouch button over and over in a short time span in Crucible. It deserves punishment. It's not funny, it's childish and disgusting. It's amazing you're concerned that this might get you in trouble. So often in Imperial City especially, frame rate drops and skills stop firing. I think Godzilla must be around. Sure enough, within 30 seconds I go from full health to dead instantly with 4 or 5 skills on my death recap from the real Godzilla with 0 animations. I can't tell if it's something hooked up to your console, or you're playing via PS Now and running a computer program to produce that effect, but it's a major reason I've come to loathe PvP in ESO and shifted to Trials until. An occasional lag spike is understandable, but when every single death to a particular player happens with 4 or 5 abilities, but no animations, it gets suspicious. And before someone replies with some get good remarks, I'll say this. I'm under no illusion that I'm a top PvPer, and I try to learn from my deaths to get better. Often I've whispered opponents and asked about their build, because I was impressed by their gameplay. Most of the time I get a friendly response, and we end up talking gear sets and skills. I've never been impressed if I die to Godzilla, because it never felt like going down to a better player. Rather, it's lag followed by insta-death every time. My pronouns are hashtag deadlands, hashtag stamped, hashtag gamers, hashtag free fire, hashtag games, hashtag live, hashtag gaming, hashtag among us, hashtag gameplay, hashtag gamut, hashtag youtubegamer, hashtag live gaming, hashtag youtubegaming, hashtag YouTube, hashtag gaming, hashtag YouTuber, hashtag YouTube. I don't think so. Almalexia's mercy, for example, is simultaneously survival and sustain. Wretched is sustain only and is mathematically inferior to Almalexia's mercy, 648 versus 800 plus to 1600 plus. How can you argue with the math? In addition to that, Almalexia's mercy gives 2 line of armor and max health. When you add all of that up, Almalexia's mercy is ridiculously more powerful than wretched. We're busy talking about Andrew Tate RN. Fuck your clever alchemist ice staff. So anyways, I saw Andrew Tate at a McDonald's and he no kidding was dressed a femboy cat girl. He recognized that I recognized him, then hurried away so I followed him. I saw him get into a pink Bugatti and start crying so I went over, but when he saw me he just smiled and meowed. I was confused so I asked why he was dressed as a femboy cat girl. He tried to pretend he wasn't Andrew Tate but I could tell it was him by his dimpled head. He finally confessed. He whipped out his wallet and offered me $15 for my hush hush. He smiled encouragingly and raised his eyebrows in a seductive manner. I was flustered so I ran. I heard him shout hateful comments as I darted away. I didn't take the money so he made a series of YouTube shorts calling me a beta male who doesn't know how to grind. I still get hate mail to this day. If you don't like and subscribe I swear to God, I'm going to kill every last bull netch in this god-forsaken field even if it's the last thing I ever do.